Day 59. Day 59 out of 100 days of making webcomics. So, today was pretty simple. Said yesterday all I had to do today was do a victory page. For those who haven't read my comic, what my victory pages are pages where like a winner has been decided in the fight, and it's just almost like the win pose and win screen in a fighting game. It sort of cuts from the actual story of the comic to show the little victory pose of whatever at the end of a fight, and then it goes back to the story. It's an intentional break away from the action to do that. That it only happens in fights. There's only like one other moment where I've done a break like that in the story, at least that I can think of. I may have done more than once, but like I said, it's just one of my many nods to like fighting games. But yeah, that's like I said, this was pretty much just a drawing of Raekwon. I mean, Raekwon. Why am I constantly calling Dan Raekwon? Anyways, this is just a drawing of Dan. And so I recorded myself doing the line art. It didn't, because it was a simple page, I started from scratch. Had I thought about it, I never would have did it, but I was like, God, sorry, I was halfway done by the time I realized. So it was what it was. Skipping ahead. This was actually a lot of erasing on his eye. I think I did like 2 or 3 times because I couldn't get his eye right. It wasn't even to me. I don't know why he just looked so cockeyed. There, the eye just looked slightly off, and I didn't feel like trying to erase it. But so I fixed the eye, skipped ahead, went ahead and did the details. I got asked before, why do I draw sort of like random pieces of his clothes I wear? When I use the selection tool, I can draw the things that are closest to you, and then select it so I'm not gonna go back over those lines and draw everything behind it. So since everything is going into like the elbow pads and the sweater that he has tied around him, sort of draw those first, and then I draw the rest of my lines, like his upper torso. Why did I say his upper torso? His torso behind the rest of that, and I don't have to worry about crossing over the lines. I only thought about addressing that because I know I've been asked that question before, and I just saw myself draw his elbow pads out of all the things in this picture to draw first. So I went ahead and got the lines in, and then started coloring. Of course, as you can see, the color palette over to the side in this painting is pretty empty because I'm just drawing Dan. So I don't really need anybody else's colors. And then the beauty of drawing Dan is because he wears just the colors black and white, just 2 colors for the most part, and I can get the majority of his outfit done. And like I said, I just gotta take the orange like I am right now and doing the little details in his clothes, but that's just a minor thing. Blocking that in, and then went ahead and did the shading in on his face, and skipping along, did the details in on his top, and erasing some of that to clean that up. Some of those lines were sloppy on his shirt, and getting the rest of the little small details in. Like I said, really simple. Also, and I'll just let this play while I talk, but the setup for this page, I used a previous victory page from Dan, I think in chapter 3, and I used that as the base, and then just scanned the new one into the old one. Because with the exception of text, it's still gonna say, it's gonna have Dan Van Dam written on the thing, and it's gonna have, the background should look close to the same. I shaded it different just because of the placement of Dan. I had to erase it, but still got the purple color. The layout of the page is the same size. Like I said, the text, you just need to make a slight alteration to fit this chapter, and Dan's name and everything is in the exact same place. So I just used the previous page as a template for this one. So I just had to essentially draw a new picture of Dan, which I did. And I'm pretty much finished after I did the highlight on his hair. I believe I'm finished. I don't think I have anything left. Skip ahead again. Yep. So here's a backup, just the hair. What I was talking about with the background and shading into that purple. Needed to do that here just because I couldn't recycle that over from the last page, just because it's missing spots due to the placement of Dan in the other picture, just because of how I did it. So I needed to do that one over from scratch, which you can see right now. So I went ahead and darkened in the areas of the background that I needed to. And I think I had to fix some text. Yep, there we go, because there was a typo. Glad I caught it. That should have said fifth instead of fight. I don't know why I don't know, it might have been Russian. But yeah, I fixed that. And outside of that, this is pretty much done. Like I said, not much for this day. That's the page right there. So yeah, like I said when I finished yesterday's page, it's like today was a victory page, so it kind of wasn't gonna be much to talk about. It was just gonna be me essentially drawing Dan, and that's what we got here. Yeah, I don't have any problems with this page. And as usual, I got to recycle pieces from a previous page just because of the layout of it. So, well, it was nice and simple. No complaints here. So, yeah, day 59 went very well. uh, Leave a comment, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. And you all have a good one. And I'm out.